Can you hear me now? There it goes. Man, I don't know why I scrambled all the way around to find where the mic settings were. I went to the complete wrong places every time. The first thing that came to mind was like, okay, I'm gonna go to edit settings or file settings in OBS, and then fumble around in the sound menus and the output menus and everything, and scrambling to try and figure out why does it not have the microphone settings. And then I'm like, oh wait a minute, I'm super dumb. Just go down to the sound tray where the microphone is in the audio mixer, and you can set what is being used for the microphone. I have I have really big gripes about OBS and how it feels like if I don't use it for a couple of days, I have to manually reapply and tweak all these settings for some reason. It might have something to do with my own personal setup. I don't know, but oh man, it is so annoying. Well, anyway, it is Wednesday. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Blarg.
I'm currently running on 2 hours of sleep, suicidal thoughts, and an Oreo, and I'm ready to fight God or become him.
Or become him. Yeah. Okay, so today I was originally going to be drawing some more of the Forester. However, I think that because of Glitch Productions having their next series pilot with Game Overs coming out in a few days, I figured that we would instead go ahead and draw the main character. We could draw Kit from Game Overs before it comes out. My weekend was very good. I went out to visit my parents. They're out of state. Had a nice 4-hour drive to get to them, and we made some new food. Some food that we're basically saying that we're going to be making every time now. We made these really awesome breakfast enchiladas that All Recipes on YouTube has, which we figured was a winner, and we're going to be making them again. Let's see, in terms of other foods, did we make anything? Oh yeah, we made this other cake. So I don't know if you know what a frog eye salad is. It's a dessert. It's a dessert with whipped cream, and you have not tapioca, but it's a pasta that's larger than tapioca. It's called a chini de pepe, and you mix those together in a whipped topping, along with pineapples and mandarin oranges, some pudding. So that's normally what frog eye is kind of. I'm pretty sure I missed an ingredient here or there. But what we did is we learned how to make a cake where we basically have a frosting that is basically the frog eye salad without the pasta. It's the cake part serves as the texture component that normally the pasta would fill. And that was actually super delicious. We here in my family, we really like frog eye salad in the summer. It's a really awesome sort of side/dessert to go with like a barbecue. Did we do anything else? We went to a couple of restaurants that we normally go to while there, which is always delicious. There's a restaurant over there, out that way, that has these giant cinnamon rolls that are the size of dinner plates, and it comes as a side in addition to the breakfast that they serve you. Well, with certain breakfasts they had a fruit fluff thing in the grocery store that sounds like that. I don't know what that is, but I'm actually interested. I'm interested in trying that. I like whipped desserts. So going back to the breakfast. So this breakfast place in Grand Junction, that's where my parents live. It has so it's basically like a kind of comfort food, American style breakfast. And for a lot of their main signature dishes, they have a choice of bread to go with it. That could either be toast, it could be endless pancakes, or it could be a cinnamon roll or a biscuit. And So the first time that we went there, I asked for the cinnamon roll to go with it, and little did I know that it was the cinnamon roll could be almost a meal by itself. And so that's like a thing I usually get. It was a whipped cream and cheesecake pudding with pineapple in it. Okay, yeah, it's pretty similar. With the crushed pineapple that's in the frog eye salad, there's also mandarin oranges that go with it, and then along with the whipped topping, you add like vanilla pudding to it. Super duper good. If you ever like can find a recipe online, a good recipe online, I recommend trying it. You have to like pineapple and mandarin oranges, I think. But yeah, my weekend was super good, and I feel really bad for your family. It sounds like they didn't have the most fun over the Mother's Day weekend, unfortunately, with what you told us in the Discord. Yeah, scams are not fun. I got the big bun. Pretty much, yeah, I got the big bun. Okay. I'm gonna start doing the warm-up today. We're drawing more hands. I'm throwing hands again. Let's see, we're gonna see if I can put the Firefox window back up. There we go. So we're gonna do 15 hand poses again, 2 minutes each, just for a 30-minute warm-up. And then after that, I'm gonna find a pose to draw Kit from Game Overs, from Glitch Productions. From what I hear with Game Overs, it's Rubber Ross from YouTube who has been the producer of this pilot. I'm really excited for that because I really liked Rubber Ross's channel. He has a very nice art channel on his YouTube. I originally found him when he was playing Gartic Phone with a whole bunch of other artists, and that was a lot of fun to watch. All right, I'm going to stop stalling and I'm going to draw something. I made sure to select the hands only rather than... Oh, am I on the right pen is my next question. I'm not. See if I can like stylize this a little bit. That's not a very good finger. Oh, I've only got like 2 minutes to draw this. That's a very squishy hand. Squish. Well, the thumb is like sticking out like a sore thumb. So let's see if I can fix this guy. Where's my eraser? It wasn't a very good hand anyway. You gotta draw a whole bunch of like really bad drawings in order to get your good drawings out there. This one's like easier. I even like get the. This is like bending in ways inside there. It's not a bad hand. Probably change that, and then we got a little bit of that. Made a cake yesterday with bananas, oats, buttermilk, dates, and I cooked into paste and some dark chocolate chips. The texture and flavor is like a carrot cake. I love carrot cake. That sounds delicious if it's like that. I have another 40 seconds on this hand. Go that way, to the left. Alright, and... well, that's interesting. I know how to do that. So, like... I don't know. Do you know how to do that, Blarg? It's, you basically put... So you put the back of your hands together, and then you basically interlock your middle fingers and your index finger, and you can get that little finger-looking shape in the middle, and you're able to kind of like wiggle that back and forth. You know, impress young children. My dad used to do that to me when I was like 5 or 6, and it was like a complete magic trick for me. Oh, except the way this guy has it, he has his palms together. Oh no, it's still the backs of his hands. It looked like his palms were like completely locked together, but yeah, you put the back of your hands on top of each other, and it's difficult to really explain if I can't like actually show you. All right, I'd actually draw that, which I am curious to see if I can. Let's see, let's get that in there. So I need to define the thumb. And we got the other hand coming in from the top. With the pinky kind of going out a little bit. A little bit of foreshortening there. Thumb. And I'm like getting like too lost in the details, I think. So it's defined. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all 4 of the knuckles are visible. I have this wrist a little bit too far down. Oh gosh, I wish I could have got more of that. So anyway, let's do the top hand in this next little drawing. incredibly foreshortened arm. Gotta get that hand cleavage in there, as Lion Sensei would put it. Then we're able to use the nails to kind of help us define where the fingers are pointing. So it's a little bit easier. We got finger guns. Such violence. Parry this. Who needs courage when you have a gun? One of my favorite Futurama lines. This one's more of a like a study in shadows. So there's just a lot of implied detail, which I'm just not gonna focus on. Actually, I'm gonna make this finger bigger. Okay, stop noodling it. I need to go to the next one. Feel like that after I do a whole bunch of like real hand studies that I need to do like anime hand studies. Okay, well let's get the gesture out of that first. So we got the fingers, we got the palm, we got the wrist after that. So it's a little bit closer. Okay. And then we got the just trying to figure out where to put the other hand. So and like that. Make sure we keep the rhythms. It's a fist punching us in the face. Didn't we already draw these chopsticks before? The beginning of this song in Expedition 33 reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. Not a very good hand this time. That's fine. Yeah, I feel like I also should like get like anime hands or something to draw as well. All right. So there we go with the hands. I mean, I think it's decent for hand gesture drawing, but I feel like I still... Yep. Hands. Lots of them. Alright, so... As for the character that we're going to be drawing today... Actually, let me save this really quick. Like I said, my dad likes to see the stuff that I do, even if it's like sketchbook stuff. Search. There we go. Just practice. Today is the 13th. Oh, I need to. 2 minutes. All right. So, as for the character that we're going to be drawing today, let me see if I can pull her in here. So this is Kit from Game Over's. So basically, I'll be figuring out a short little thing that we can do with her today. See if we can find ourselves a good pose to go from. I'm actually really excited for this animated series. It's going to be coming out on Friday, I think. Yeah, Friday. Let's see, interest. Poses. Let's look at poses. What can we find? What does Pinterest have to offer today in terms of poses? Alright, I think I found a good pose that I want to use. That image. Go to my mood board. Alright. So the pose that I think I'm going to do... Copy this. New from clipboard. I don't know. For some reason, this one right here kind of stuck out to me as something to do. Except she's not going to have anything like in her hand like that, but she's just going to be going forward, kind of foreshortened towards the camera. I think I was going to have her look this way, and like with a big old smile on her face and running away from something. I don't know. I was probably just gonna do like an abstract background. Nothing really special. Just patterns. Though if I was to go back and look at the promotional material for her. It's back here. Maybe we'll entice some people to come in. A lot of space stuff in that. What else can I do for inspiration? Do okay, so it looks like there are lots of geometric, like square patterns and things in there. And well, anyway, let's figure that this drawing is probably going to be wide. I don't know. I could do like a vertical format style of drawing, go up and down rather than side to side. Figure that out in a moment. So for now, I'll just kind of put this up here and we'll take a quick ad break. I will be right back after that. What? Where? Okay, let's do some fan art, shall we? Let's see here. Oh, I can't remember what the aspect ratio for Instagram is. It was like 4:3. Let me just double check. We're gonna be drawing, I swear. I just need to figure out what the Instagram aspect ratio was again. Where's my metricool? We're enjoying some Final Fantasy IX vibes while we wait. Ratio must be between 3.4 and 1.9, 1 by 1. It's Okay, let's do this. Change the canvas size first. So 5730. Oops. 730 for the height of the canvas, and then 3000 for the width. That is like, that's crazy vertical. Change the height on this one to 5,000. No. Do. Is there an easier way to get this to be the way I want it? Oh. Let's change that. Change canvas size. 3840 to 2880 for the 2880 for the width. And then 3840 for the height. There we go. That's a bit more manageable. Now let's save the canvas. Save as such. 6. And you know, it's been a while since I've done like just a straight up illustration. 26. Alright, just to kind of remind you of what we're going to be going for. We're going to be going for this pose. And the thought is to have her in the very front of the canvas. So that way it's like super interesting for the viewer. Loosen up the hand again. I feel like it would be like really interesting if we had like the canvas sideways a little bit. That's still too high. Delete that actually. Maybe it'll be easier if I just kind of visualize it with a straight line instead. Yeah, but it's still not doing what I want it to do. Probably because I'm not setting the vanishing point the way that I want. Like, it's like I want to do a sideways sort of Dutch angle for the canvas, I mean for the horizon. We might have to set up a perspective ruler for this part. So layer. As I remember how to put a perspective layer down. Ruler, there we are. Perspective ruler. Would this be 1 point or 2 point? It'll be 1 point. Oh, well, no, 2 point would be better actually, because we'd have the perspective lines go out to the sides, off the edge of the canvas. Fisheye perspective. I wonder. Is this the... This is the canvas. I mean, not the canvas. The horizon line. This would be really wonderful if I could actually see where the the guidelines were, if they were like thicker. I might be able to change that if I go to the preference or the settings of the. This is frame. That's the mask. Rulers. A little bit better. Yeah, let's not mess with the fisheye ruler. I will learn how to do that on my own time when I'm not doing this on stream. It's there. Ruler frame, create perspective ruler, create perspective. So I at least know how to use this. So this is the horizon line, and then I can rotate the horizon to be like that. And then I change where the vanishing points are, dragging them out to the sides. Now the horizon lines, I mean not the horizon lines, the vanishing points kind of have to be far on the outside of the canvas. By dragging these points, you can drag where the vanishing point is also. So yeah, I think it's a start. I mean, it's not exactly the fisheye lens, but actually, thinking about it, I might actually have a better idea of how to use the fisheye lens. Let's try this again. If you can't tell, I like messing with perspective rulers. It's kind of fun. Let's see, where are they? So there. Frame, create perspective ruler, fisheye, 2-point perspective. So, if I am to understand that, if I understand this correctly, this is the horizon. These are these are the vanishing points. What happens if I was to draw onto that? I guess it really didn't. I guess it really didn't work the way that I was expecting. All right, well, we'll get rid of that then, and we'll just go back to what we were doing with the perspective ruler. The regular one. Like I thought I had the concept down, but it turns out not to. So that moves the whole thing. See if this does what I want. What I was sort of expecting, I guess. So it's supposed to be the perspective. Not the perspective. The horizon line. Gosh, an hour and a half in, and haven't even drawn anything yet. Jeez. Oh, I think I know what's going wrong. So one of the things that you got to remember with perspective is that as you get lower to the ground, the horizon line also goes lower in the camera. So I kind of forgot that. Anyway, how about I just draw something? I'm gonna just stop worrying about, like, getting perspective hugely right or anything like that. So relationship to her head and her hips are not hips, her shoulders. The head in relation to her shoulders, because her head is about as wide as her shoulders are. She's got these huge legs. Let's see, I might actually scoot her up some. I'm actually just gonna get the pose down, really nailed down really fast. I should also put some tone down, that way I can kind of tell where I'm drawing, you know? Yeah. Is it? Oh. Yeah, she's a little scrunched up, so we'll have to do something a little different than that. All right, so instead of doing the pose kind of one for one, we'll just have to sort of exaggerate a little bit because I mean that's like the best thing you can do, really. So how am I gonna push this pose? Because I feel like I really want to have her head up in the top corner, kind of like this. Okay, so I know that's not like exactly what her foot shape is. This just kind of helps me visualize the pose. Like, well, her arm is like this giant tube. The problem is if I do it like this, it's like, no, she's not. I don't want her like waving at the camera. I'm trying to get her to pose kind of like, put her hand down like that. but it makes her bunches her up a bit too much. Well, what we could always do is we could just move her out of the way. Shrink it down. Let's bring back all this stuff that I erased. And then move it. Okay, well, let's actually let's get rid of that arm first and then move it. Keep this looking like cubes for a minute. See, the leggings that she's wearing, they look like they're kind of baggy. Just trying to map this pose out. And I wish that I had a bit more. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I think that we have something that we can start drawing from here. Okay. She's also got that tail. We can put the flow is kind of going this way, so we could have it. Come out of the back. Kind of like that up over her head. Let's fill this in with tone and just kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like when it's colored in. Granted, it's going to be more than... I just want to see what this... Filling in this... I just want to see what the silhouette kind of feels like, is mainly what I'm going for. It's going to just make it darker. Faster. Alright, well, just getting kind of an idea of what it's going to look like. Granted, she doesn't have a foot. She has a big ol', I don't know, stump. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get something actually sketched out. So I think I'm fairly happy with this sort of a pose, and we can, from this sketch, we can put more details on there. I don't want that blue. I want that red. Don't want it that bright though. There we go. Okay, well now I gotta piece together what exactly goes where on the drawing. A little large with the... This feels a little different than when you're drawing out a character that you're like memorized. Man, I was hoping to get through more of this tonight. Yeah, save that. So yeah, I've only got a short amount of time for tonight. So, what we'll do is we'll still be streaming on Friday. We've doing the Kingdom Hearts 2 stream again. Yeah, I have to leave a little bit earlier tonight. So we'll be streaming again. We'll be streaming again on Friday. So we'll do the Kingdom Hearts stream. Yeah, I was hoping that I would be able to get this done earlier. Not done, but get this really close to done at least. I feel like I got a pretty good distance through it, and got at least the main pose mapped out and everything ready for that. Yeah, I know it's disappointing, Blorg. I'm sorry. Yeah, thanks for having. Thanks for tuning in today. Thank you. I'm pretty pleasantly surprised with myself tonight. Let's see if we can find someone to raid for once tonight, shall we? Let's see, raid channel. I wonder, is anyone I'm following that that'd be really worth popping into? Yeah, everyone that I'm following right now is like really large streamers, so unfortunately we're not going to be raiding anyone tonight. Well, anyway, thanks for tuning in, Blorg. It's always a pleasure to have you here. I know that this week was a really kind of spotty week, but I mean it's the week after Mother's Day, and just kind of coming back from all of that. All right, I will catch you later. Wah!